A Shalom Markins Rakam Kapasham, Jimis Lana, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Chachwadash. Want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of Jimis, and Shalom out there to the whole for X, pushing the truth in all sincerity. Yeah, breaking news, man. You know, we got another one, of the masters of society. You know, another one of these Rothschilds, popping the cork, man. Right? It was evident not too long ago. Right? And, these elites, they're dropping like flies, man. The Lord is snatching their souls out of here, man. You know, and getting prepped and primed, ready for the kingdom to serve slavery, man. Yeah. Right? And not only that, we got King Charles here. Yeah, we're concerned, right? King's cancer may be more dangerous than been led to believe once expert. Yeah, Charles could be following soon, man. We'll see. But whether these devils, make it to the end to see how Shai and get chained live and direct, or they come back in the kingdom as the slaves, man. We just have to see. But the Lord is definitely at work here, man. Right? So, this is from the Metro, right? So this is banking dynasty Lord Jacob Rothschild dies at age 87. And these men are trying their hardest to stay in the game, man. to see out their agendas. But the Lord's like, nah, you ain't gonna be here. All right? But like I said, the Lord took Evelyn not too long ago. I think the Queen was before that. And then it was Evelyn, and you got Jacob now, right? And like I said, these are your masters, man. These he mentions his heritage and all that kind of stuff, but these are your masters. So who's out here running things, these family, these family heads, right? Which he was one of them, right? And they're the different branches, man, under different names, under Rockefellers and DuPonts and all these kinds of things. All right, but these guys are major players, man. All right, so let's read some of this article, man. But these men ain't got much time left, man. And like I said, we're at the end. So they're gonna, these guys that are left over, they're gonna want to move, man. All right. Anyway, it says Lord Jacob Rothschild, one of the richest men in the banking world, has died at the age of 87. His family has announced. The British banking giant started his career in the family bank N.M. Rothschild and Sons in 1963, before accruing a fortune of around 825 million in his career spanning decades. Lord Rothschild's family gave away a reported 66 million to Jewish causes, education, and art. Right, so they're going to talk about how charitable and how good this man is. They're not going to bring out the wickedness, their involvements with, their families involved with, slavery and all these types of things, and, all that kind of, all the wickedness that they do. They're not going to bring that out. Not this time at least. All right, so in the statement, the family said, our father Jacob was a towering presence in many people's life, a superbly accomplished financier and champion of the arts, the mystic arts. Right, because these men, they'll be wickedness, man, and witchcraft, right? And yeah, them men were champions, they were elites at it, but none of that stuff saves them. That can save them, Scripture speaks about standing now with thine enchantments, if thou mayest, something about saving you, man. None should save you, right? Your arts, your mystic arts ain't gonna save you, man, right? So check with the arts and culture. What culture? Culture that we live in today, they've helped rebuild Rome, the second time of Rome, it says, and devoted public servant, a passionate supporter of charitable causes in Israel and Jewish culture, a keen environmentalist and a much loved friend, father and grandfather. He will be buried in accordance with Jewish custom, a small family ceremony, and there will be a memorial at a later date to celebrate his life. Born in Berkshire, Lord Rothschild was educated at Eton College, which is one of those prestigious colleges over here, and went went on to study history at Christ Church College, Oxford University. Again, prestigious elite universities and colleges, right? He was chairman of RIT Capital Partners, one of the largest investment trusts quoted on the stock exchange until 2019, but also held roles inducing deputy chairman at the then B Sky B, okay, the broadcasting company. For those of you, that don't believe these men, run these industries and information and all this kind of stuff, right? Director of RHJ International, now known as BHF Kleinworth Benson Group, and was a member of the council for the Duchy of Cornwall for the then Prince of Wales, King Charles, right? They're all tightly bound together, man. See, in the culture sector, he was chairman of trustees at the National Gallery and chairman of the National Lottery Heritage Fund, right? So, you got to remember, you got to think about where all this money is coming from. Who owns and runs these organizations that's supposed to be, working for charities and this kind of stuff. Like, where's this money all circulating around? Who's all this debt owed to? That all these countries are in debt to. They're all owing somebody. If they all owed each other, just nation by nation, they should be able to clear each other's debts off, but they don't. They can't. It's to these guys. They're in debt to these guys, the bankers, right? These elite families, man, right? And that's part of their control, right? He's a renowned patron to the arts. He also set numerous portraits, including by Lucian Freud and David Hockney. He also founded Windmill Hill Asset Management to manage the family's philanthropic portfolio, and was chairman of the trustees of the Rothchild Foundation charity. Right, so these are like saints of the world, man's helping everybody and solving problems and all this kind of stuff, right? One of the biggest philanthropic commitments was to Waddesdon Manor and Waddesdon Estate in Buckinghamshire, having taken over the management on behalf of the National Trust for his cousin Dorothy de Rothschild in 1988. In a post on X, formerly known as Twitter, Rothschild Foundation and Waddesdon Manor said they were deeply saddened to announce the death of Lord Rothschild, businessman, entrepreneur, philanthropist, and cultural leader. Yeah. That's important, right? Right. So, yeah, there you have it. Right, and like I said, King Charles, man, yeah, he's looking in a sticky place too. Yeah, Oh, his wife died in 2019. His family plans to continue his charitable endeavors. Yeah, I'm sure. Right. So yeah, that's breaking news, man. So we should grab some scriptures. It's Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 8. There is no man that have power over the spirit to retain the spirit, neither have he power in the day of death. Right. Like I said, they got plans, man, and they ain't looking to perish. They want to see these things through. Right. That's why they investing all this money into research to live longer or live forever, or transhumanism and all these kinds of things. They're looking for ways to extend their life, right? So they can enjoy their rule and fulfill their goals, right? But again, they have no power to retain the spirit. You had Kissinger here that had multiple heart transplants or some shit, because them man don't want to die. They're living good. They're living good, man. So why would they want to leave this place? Right, neither have ye power in the day of death, and there is no discharge in that war. Neither shall wickedness deliver those that are given to it. Right, all your wickedness, your witchcrafts and stuff. Satan's not gonna help you. Satan works on the Heavenly Father, man. He got strict commands. Okay, you're only gonna live as long as you've been assigned to live. So all this I have seen and applied my heart unto every word that is done under the sun. There is a time wherein one man ruleth over another to his own hurt. And so I saw the wicked buried, who had come and gone from the place of the holy, and they were forgotten in the sea where they had done so, or so it had so done. This is also vanity, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully setting them to do evil, right? Because these men have been let off the leash for this short period, this short season. after the fall of Rome, they've been able to return and build up again, like the Most High said they would allow them to do. But then the Lord said he will throw them down, pursuant to Malachi chapter 1, 4, right? The Lord said he was going to do that, right? So you've had your time, right? But because you've gotten away with it, you don't think no one was going to stop you. Okay, you made the same mistakes all over again, thinking that you couldn't be taken down because you're so great now. You got all this technology, you can withstand prophecy, withstand the word of the Heavenly Father. It's just ridiculous, right? And he goes on to say, verse 12, so though a sinner do evil 100 times and his days be prolonged, like these dudes, right? And even he, realistically, 87, that's not really too far from what Most High really allow man to live on average anyway, right? It's supposed to be what, 80 years, right? I believe, right? 80, right? By reason of strength, right? So he didn't really last that long, realistically. But so yeah, so though a sinner do evil 100 times and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear God, which fear before him. But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feareth not before God. All right, so like I said, these guys, they're getting taken out, man. Their wickedness is not going to bear them fruit, that fruit of immortality that they're looking for, man. And, an everlasting rule. It's not going to materialize for them. It's Revelation 12, verse 12. So therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he know you have but a short time. Time is ticking on these guys, man. They're up in age, man. Right? And then they're starting to drop. Right? And whoever's left, whoever's, taking their place after them, has to continue it, man. But like I said, these guys are not looking to... They rather be, have these things in their own hands, man, rather than leaving it to the next generation, man. This is Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. So be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap everlasting life. Right? So I don't think he was going to get away with all of this. Things were going to catch up to you eventually. And I'm sure you elites are feeling that the Most High is hot on your ass right now, man. Yeah, I'm sure you're feeling the pressure. Because as he's taking you out, reclaiming your souls, right? I'm sure you're feeling the pressure. Right, and that's, like I said, it's why you have to get things moving, man. That's why all that stuff in the Middle East is happening with Israel and so on, right? Why you got the USA and Russia, the tensions between them are rising up. It's this time, man. Okay, we're in this time. It's Job 5 and 12 says he disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. Yeah, Jacob was disappointed, man. He didn't get to see the fulfillment of the plans, So he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. Right? So he can't perform the enterprise no more because he's been taken out of the game. He can't have an opinion. He can't have a say or can't do none of that now. Right? It's Job 20. Verse 4 says, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, right? Because they're not going to rule forever. These wicked can't rule forever. So it's only ever going to be a short period of time, ultimately. Right? It says through his excellency mount up, though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds. Like these guys, these are heads of society. These are elites, masters of society, right? Yet shall he perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. Right, and this is going into Esau. Esau's going to be removed from the earth, man. But Jacob is now an example of this, man. He's going to disappear, right? In due time, no one going to remember him. You know, when the kingdom of heaven is started, no one going to remember this dude. Right? And all this wickedness that he's done, you know, he's just going to perish, man. Right? So the eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. All right? So his children shall seek to please the poor, because they're philanthropists, right? And charitable and all this kind of stuff, right? And his hands shall restore their goods. His bones are full of sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue. All the wickedness is hidden. But in the open, they'll push out all the great things that they've done. You know? So though he spirit and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth. He's still doing wickedness. Funding, you know, certain programs that are leading to end, you know, loss of life and things like this. You know? His meat in his bowels is turned, it is the gall of ass within him. He hath swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. God shall cast him out of his belly. He shall suck the poison of ass, the viper's tongue shall slay him. He shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter. Right? So this is talking about the kingdom. He's not gonna experience the goodness and the greatness of the kingdom, man. But he's not even gonna experience the greatness and goodness of his, you know, their desired plans. Because even though they're living good now, they're obviously they're not finished with what they're trying to achieve. You know, the level the level that they wanted to get to, he ain't gonna see none of that, because he's gone, right? And Esau ain't never gonna see none of that. None of these elites are gonna see it, because they're gonna go too, right, and go into slavery. All right. So he shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter. That which he labored for shall he restore. And you have to give everything up, man. All this hard work you've been putting in is gonna mean nothing. And shall not swallow it down, according to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. Because he have oppressed and have forsaken the poor, because he have violently taken away an house which he builded not. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly, he shall not say of that which he desired, right? Because you go around the whole earth, you know, stealing and killing to get what you got. Fraud, right? To get what you got. Putting nations in debt, like it's just theft. Right? So there shall none of his meat be left, therefore shall no man look for his goods. Because you're going to lose everything, right? So in the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Right? So he's going to put the stop to all these elites' plans, man. And all these things that they desire is going to fade away. Right? And they're going to find themselves in a grave situation. Or in a grave. You know? So let's close out with this, Psalms 149. We'll start from the top. Right? It says, praise ye the Lord, sing unto the Lord a new song, and his praise in the congregation of saints. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. Let them praise his name and in the dance, and let them sing praises unto him with the timbrel and harp. For the Lord taketh pleasure in his people. Okay, the Israelites, beginning with the elect. He will beautify the meek with salvation. Okay, the meek are the elect. And they're the ones going to be blessed with salvation. Pardon me, right? Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the higher praises of God be in their mouth, and the two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people. Right? This is a joyous occasion, a joyous day. And when these heathen go down, it's going to be a joyous occasion. Where these nations are brought down and destroyed and put in subjection. Right? So again, to execute a vengeance upon the heathen and punishment upon the people. To bind their kings with chains, right? Jacob is a king in this world. He's part of, the heads of these elite families, man, who rule over the earth, keeping everybody in debt, funding all these programs, these agendas that are going on around the world, these organizations. Right? These are kings in this world. Right? To bind their kings with chains and their nobles, their families, they're nobles, man. Their children, These are the elite class, man, that rule over the world, that keep keep the poor, right? That ever increase that wealth gap to push you further into the dirt, and while they increasing riches every second. The man increasing riches every second, but you're getting pushed into the dirt further and further, man. All right. To bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. That's what's going to happen. Jacob's going to come back, reincarnated in the kingdom, and he's going to go straight to work, man. You're going to get chains put on you, and you're going to go to work. This is your judgment, man, according to the Lord. Right? You ain't got at this. I don't know. It didn't say how he died. Probably just died in his sleep or whatever, or maybe he died from something. I don't know. It didn't say, right? But you ain't just getting out like that, man. You ain't just getting out like that. Right? You're coming back, and you're gonna live a very harsh life when you return. Right? To execute upon them the judgment written. Like I said, this is what the Lord has prescribed to these guys. Okay, we're not saying nothing that's not here written. Right? To execute upon them the judgment written, this honor have all his saints. Praise you the Lord. And we can't wait. Can't wait to have these dudes in chains, man, in slavery. Making our lives hell and shit. These guys aren't no fucking heroes, man. Fucking righteous or whatever. But, everyone's going to get what's coming to them in it. So, like I said, Charles might be on this next in it, so keep an eye out. All right, but this is just breaking news, man. So, Lord, it's been edifying, and I'll catch you, brothers. This is on the next video. Till next time, I say shalom.